Hey guys, this is the buck I ended up harvesting last night. He's no giant by any means, but I'll take him. It's the first time I hunted this set that I hung up. Had to put a camera in there for a week, see what was coming in. My Tactacam reveal was sending me pictures of a buck. He was not real big, but he was decent. He had a kind of thick rack, was coming in. I got 3 pictures of him in a week during daylight, and I went and set up last night. I was sitting in my stand. There's a strip pit that runs, it would have been in front of me and to my right, and there's little hills that lead to the cliffs that go down over to the strip pit, and them deer was staying along the hills of them strip pits, just working their way along. And right at dark, about 15 minutes before dark, I seen this guy coming in. There was a doe to my right up on top of the hill, and she kept watching, and I seen him would have been off to my left working up the one hill there of the strip pit, just staying at the bottom of it. And as you'll see in my video, I was trying to look through my scope and see how big he was, and it was hard to keep track of him and trying to figure out where I was going to get a shot at if he was big enough. And I ended up looking through my scope. It was kind of hard to see which deer it was. I seen he was kind of decent, so I figured I'd take him, and that's when all the fun stuff happened. After the shot, he ran up over the one hill and ended up dying at the bottom of a strip pit. There was a cliff. It was probably a 20-foot rock cliff that he fell off of. Then the hill was another 30 yards almost straight down. So we ended up having to go down there and quarter him up. And I got my lifeline rope that I had hooked to my tree stand that I hooked my harness to go up. Ended up having to have my dad climb up, get it down, and ended up throwing that down over the hill to where we could pull the hindquarters and back straps up over the hill. Then had to use it to pull myself up over there, which ended up being a fun little task. But I was a little sore at night. But this is him. I'll give you a little bit of a look at him here. He's not real like a giant, but nah, I'm proud of all the deer I shoot. I'm going to take him over to my buddy Mike Boohite. He has a skull cleaning service that he does. He does good European mounts. And another thing I had out these scrapes is I was using the Black Widow branch butter, which I recommend this stuff. I've been having bucks come into scrapes ever since the end of August. And I also sprayed out the Matriarch by Black Widow, and did a little bit of rattling stuff. And with these 2 products here and the rattling, I think it helped bring him up and got me a 30-yard shot. I heard another deer in behind me. I'm not sure what it was. In my luck, it was probably the one that I was really after. But this is him. I'm gonna get his skull done and have him hanging up in the basement. I just want to thank Tactacam, Luminok, and Black Widow. This stuff, If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it, especially this branch butter gel. They come out with it be 2 years ago, and it's stuff. It's the preorbital gland. You put it on the licking branch. This stuff works golden. So if you want, go check them out at blackwidow.com, blackwidowdeerlures.com, and I'd order you some of that, especially with the rut kicking up around everywhere. But I'll have to get me another tag and hopefully get me another doe and be tagged out for the year. Wish me luck.